Hello, and welcome to a series where I read short, spooky stories. The Hollow Ones. No one in Blackwood goes into the forest after sundown. Not anymore. There was a time when the stories were just that. Stories. Whispers of things that moved in the trees, of laughter drifting through the wind when no one was there. People told tales of the Hollow Ones, the fairies that lived in the woods. But these weren't the kind with delicate wings and kind hearts. These were something else entirely. No one believed the stories more than Evie's grandmother. "They steal faces," she would warn in her quivering voice. "If they like you, they'll keep you. If they don't, they'll wear your skin and walk among us." Evie never listened. She was 17, tired of her grandmother's paranoia and sick of the town's silly superstitions. She wanted out of Blackwood, out of the slow, quiet life. So, one autumn night, when her friends dared her to step into the woods after dark, she didn't hesitate. "Come on, Evie," laughed Jordan, nudging her. 5 minutes. That's all you gotta do. Just walk in, take a picture, and walk out." "Easy," she smirked. She barely made it 5 steps before the whispers started. They came from everywhere at once, soft, singing voices that blended with the wind. It almost sounded beautiful, like a lullaby in a language she didn't understand. The trees loomed tall, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal hands. The deeper she walked, the colder it got. "Hello?" Evie called, her breath curling in the night air. The voices stopped. The forest was silent, too silent. Not a single leaf rustled, not a single insect chirped. Then, a giggle. Evie spun around, her flashlight flickering as she caught a glimpse of something, someone, standing between the trees. A girl. She looked about Evie's age, with long dark hair and a white dress that hung like mist around her thin frame. She was barefoot. Her arms dangled at her sides, too still. Her head was tilted at an odd angle, and her eyes were too big. Evie's pulse hammered. "Are you lost?" The girl smiled. A wide, too wide smile. Then she opened her mouth, and Evie realized that there were no teeth inside, no tongue, just an empty, gaping void. The girl took a step forward, and suddenly there were more of them, figures slinking between the trees, their faces pale and wrong, their grins stretching too far, their eyes black, hollow pits. Evie turned and ran. The giggles followed her, high-pitched and unnatural, blending with the rustling leaves. She could feel them right behind her, whispering, laughing. The trees blurred past. She didn't know where she was going, only that she had to get out. Then, silence. The forest was gone. Evie burst onto the road, panting, stumbling toward the warm glow of her friends' flashlights. She nearly collapsed into Jordan's arms. "What the hell?" He grabbed her by the shoulders. "Evie, where were you? You were gone for hours." Evie's stomach dropped. "No, I wasn't," she gasped. "I was barely in there for a minute." Then she saw it. A girl standing behind them, just at the tree line. Her. The same face, the same wide, gaping mouth. Evie's blood turned to ice. A hand touched her own, warm, soft. She turned, looking at Jordan. But Jordan wasn't blinking. He was smiling. Too wide. The others, too, were standing still. Too still. Evie took a step back, her breath hitching. Then Jordan whispered, his voice layered, too deep, too high. "You never left?" And the moment she realized the truth, the lights blinked out.